Yo, what's up guys, balik lagi bersama gue Riza Purnomo. Oke, kali ini kita akan bermain game Genshin Impact. Gue habis push spiral habis baru sampai sini cuy. Ternyata habis airlatnya ribet. Ya udahlah. Dan kita akan meneruskan story teman-teman. Story hero idaman gue sih, EULA. Dan apa yang terjadi cuy? Kita V2 jadi hanya bisa mengharapkan cuy. Karena gue udah punya Razor, tahu sendiri gue suka physical damage ya, karena udah terbiasa gitu. Terus dapat ini gitu, wah gila sih. Zhongli kemarin udah nyoba beberapa kali tapi nggak dapet. Udah kita langsung ke story-nya aja cuy. Dia seperti apa sih kisahnya gitu loh. Kita akan mendalami, oke teman-teman. Dan jangan lupa ngopi, karena kopi itu hitam. Kita langsung OTW saja cuy. Ke Mondstadt, dia anak Mondstadt apa ya? Oke, kita akan bersantai cuy. Oh iya, tadi gue beli itu cuy. Masa di pinggir jalan ada silin ya? Kaget gue tuh. Ada silin, tapi murah cuy. Sama yang di mall pokoknya beda harganya cuy. Tadi gue balik kerja kan, muter-muter. Lalu ada big chicken. Gue apa ya big chicken? Ternyata silin cuy. Kenapa baru ketemu ya? Biasanya ribet gitu. Namanya bukan silin cuy. Cilin. Pakai C.
Thank you for coming on such short notice, Honorary Knight. I know you must be, well,
Ya saya sibuk.
to make a long story
sibuk
short,
cuy.
there's a particular matter at hand that the Knights requires your assistance with.
Jika cerita para kenaik memiliki masalah khusus yang membutuhkan bantu. Oke, siap.
Yes, it has been one thing after another recently. Neither myself nor any of the Mondstadt. I have recently received multiple reports from the Knights of someone within the Lawrence clan having close
The Fatui? Again? But who are the Lawrence clan?
Clan Lawrence. Oh iya
There
ini.
was a dark period in Mondstadt's history when the aristocracy ruled over the city. The hard-won freedom that followed with the fall of Decarabian was lost once again as slavery spread throughout the land.
Oke.
The first Dandelion Knight, Vanessa, spearheaded the revolution that overthrew the old aristocratic system and established the Knights of Favonius, leading Mondstadt to become the city that used the aristocrats that had oppressed the people of
Berarti ini nggak ada
Mondstadt were
raja-rajaan
none
lagi
other
ya?
than the Lawrence clan.
Oh, Paimon gets it! So the clan's descendants are now scheming with the bad guys to carry out more dubious deeds.
We suspect as much, though we have yet to obtain any solid evidence. The reason I summoned you here today is to ask you to help us further investigate this matter. Unfortunately, the Knights of Favonius and the aristocracy have been at odds with. We've already considered every possible way of resolving our differences, but it seems the descendants of the aristocracy remain antagonistic. No matter what stance we take when dealing with them, the outcome is always the same. We could come knocking on their door on the grounds of a search warrant, but if the investigation were to come up empty, I'm afraid tensions and distrust, all of our past efforts would have been wasted. You are in fact the best candidate to represent the Knights of... But you need not emphasize your role as the honorary knight. You are a traveler from a distant land, and once you come to friendly terms with the Lawrence clan, you should be in a good position.
Whoa! Leave it to Master Jean to come up with such...
Perhaps such plans have become second nature after... The name of the Lawrence clan member in question is Schubert. It is said that he is difficult to get along with due to his temperamental disposition, but if we approach him calmly, then things should go off without a hitch. Thanks again for your help.
Suaranya gembresek cuy. Nah, cari mantan bangsawan. Siap. Oke, Tante Jin, kita pergi dulu. Pamitan dulu, cuy. Wow. Oke. Di situ ya. Dari sini aja, cuy, biar bisa terbang. Let's go, let's go. Ini seru sih, apa permainan petak umpetnya, cuy. Kalau ngumpet, alah, patah anjir. Ngapain dia di belakang rumah? Siapa ini?
Who are you?
Kok pakai kumis?
Hello, we're here too.
Hello?
Hello.
Did I hear you correctly? Huh. And I suppose you think that you can simply strut up here and greet me. Given that I don't recognize you, I can only assume that you are a traveler of some variety. I'll have you know that you are speaking with the Schubert Lawrence, a blood descendant of the magnanimous nobility.
Sombong ya.
If you wish to address me, you'd best consider your words more carefully. Such nonchalant manners. Now, if you're somehow capable of understanding anything I've said, then you will...
That's etiquette? Paimon's never heard of something so complicated before.
Minta digelut deh.
In former times, when people knew their place and respected traditions, such conduct was only basic courtesy when greeting a nobleman.
Patah cuy, kampret. Oke.
And neglecting your manners would result in a swift whipping.
Hukum cambuk.
But look at the world now. Rules have been thrown to the wayside and manners forgotten. I cannot bear to see such degradation.
Jangan.
What did you say? You dare question the dignity of the nobility? I'll have you know that though the Lawrence clan is in decline, myself and others of noble blood are looking for a chance to restore. Just look around. The people are unruly and undisciplined. I, however, strive to retain the elegance and etiquette of the nobility. After all, we are of a completely different breed. Save your words. I find your manners and bearing repulsive. I have nothing to discuss with the likes of you.
Niru bangsawan keren ya. Ya udahlah.
Besides, I am in no way obligated. Now I have more pressing matters.
So this is what Master G meant by difficult to get along with.
Ribet, cok. Ribet pakai banget. Mau dibantu malah sombong ya. Kita harus menyapa dengan baik
Let's
ya.
head back and talk things over with her.
Gak bisa kalau enggak. Mana?
Well, if it isn't the honorary knight. I'm just on my way out to gather some intel. Huh? Judging by your expression, you must...
Master Jean tasked us with a special assignment, but things seem to have run aground for the
No need to get down on yourself. Sometimes things just don't turn out as planned. Even you just have to keep at it and never give up. Hey, why don't you let...
Master Jean asked us to build a connection with someone named... But it turns out that he's a peculiar character that...
Aha, Schubert! I know him. Let me guess. He said you didn't have any manners. I've been on the receiving end of his lectures many a time.
You mean everyone in the Lawrence clan is just a...
As aristocrats, they believe there should be a certain distance between themselves and common folk. I understand their thinking, but that's just not... However,
Yeah.
there is
Bukan
one
zamannya lagi,
exception
cuy.
among the Lawrence clan. My good buddy, EULA.
Woi, EULA. EULA.
Buddy?
That's right. Not only is she from the Lawrence clan, but she's also captain of the Knights of Favonia's 4th company. EULA is special. She's not quite like the other members of her clan. She has her own beliefs and it shows.
Idaman cuy ini
In other
cuy.
words, she doesn't really adhere to the strict rules and however, she's still quite knowledgeable about dealing with the Lawrences. I'm sure you'll see what I mean if you meet her.
Jadi rasa ingin menggacha itu ada, teman-teman.
That's strange. If Eula is a member of the Lawrence clan, then why would Master Jean choose us for the task? Couldn't she just ask Eula?
Well, it's a little complicated. Basically, the Lawrence clan has frowned upon the fact that EULA joined the Knights. In their eyes, EULA is nothing but a traitor to the family.
EULA pengkhianat keluarga cuy. Dia terdengar...
She's very easy to get along with. Just explain the situation, and I'm sure she'll help you come up with a way to get along with Schubert. In fact, I think she's out in the wilderness on patrol this morning. You should be able to find her around Storm Bear Mountains.
Thanks, Amber. All right, you heard her. Let's go find...
Good luck, you two. I've got my own matters to investigate.
Gue udah nyoba sih, keren emang.
Who would have guessed the Knights have a member of the Lawrence clan? Well, if you want to learn about the conduct of the Lawrence clan, who better to ask than one of their own family members?
Dekat Storm Terror, teman-teman. OTW dong. Kok enak ya? Wow. Jangan lupa teman-teman kayu ya. Kali lewat doang nih ada ini. Karena ini kayu yang sangat langka, Chihuahua. Wow. Ini lu nggak tahu the best physical
What are
damage?
they doing here? Is that why Eula was sent on patrol here? Let's fight first and talk later.
Tapi harus ritual dulu cuy. Ritualnya pakai Iki ya.
Send this quickly. Burst forth.
Scratch that.
Are you angry? This isn't good.
Aduh, pedang lu jelek banget, memalukan. Wis. Oh, sniper. EULA datang nih. Widih. Ajaib. Anjir. Krayo. Sniper ngapain? Wis. Claymore the real DPS. Pengen banget, Cuk. Pengen banget full.
You don't think twice before reaching for your sword, do you? Do you have any idea? And now you get to stake a claim. You think you're stronger because you got to them first? Mark my words, vengeance will be mine.
What?
What? Ah, balas dendam.
That's right. I heard the commotion and came as swiftly as I could, only to find you two already fighting the Fatui. If I didn't make my move, you would have been able to take all the credit. Still, I'm glad you're unscathed. Confronting that number of Fatui at once can be dangerous.
Sorry, Paimon doesn't understand what you mean.
Concern? Why would I be concerned?
Arch enemies? Wait a minute. You were saying...
By which I meant, if you were injured, I'd have to escort two strangers guilty of stealing my targets all the way back to Mondstadt. which would mean you'd cause me even more trouble. My vengeance would be swifter still.
Huh? So that's how you see all this?
Yes, that's me.
Oh, that's me, cuy.
Paimon thinks she's pretty strange. Although at least we can communicate with her.
You dare to call someone you've just met strange? Forget the aristocracy. That's rude even by normal standards.
Oh.
Speaking of which, how do you know...
This is the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius. And speaking of rude, he's so obsessed with etiquette that he's not even willing...
I understand
Kece
now.
anjir. Oh,
That's my
pamannya.
uncle, all right. But why do you mean to investigate him? I see. You have some nerve to faming a family member right in front of me.
No. This is an assignment from Master Jean.
Tapi otaknya balas
It's just an
dendam terus sih.
investigation, that's all.
To the everyday citizens of Mondstadt, everyone in the Lawrence clan is scum.
Apa?
It's natural for rumors and unwarranted gossip to...
Hard to avoid such a reputation when you're known as the ruthless rulers of Old Mondstadt.
Oh, so that's what you think of me?
But didn't you say it first?
Curious. We've only just met, and you've already given me 3 causes for vengeance. It's been a while since I've encountered any... I assume you need me to teach you the conduct of the Lawrence clan. Only then will you finally be able to...
That's right. Amber told us to come and talk
Selamat
to you.
malam, Paduka yang mulia Paman Launcher. Saya kedatang kemari akan menghadap ke Paduka. Asik. Masa harus gitu, Cuk?
Well then, let's begin your training immediately. It'll be easier to train when we're back in Mondstadt. We'll require other people. We can put that aside for now. Besides, if it's the acting Grandmaster's assignment, and Amber's the one who recommended me,
Oke, rekomendasi Amber, siap. Oke, selesai.
Paimon's confused. This girl's all vengeance this and revenge that. But she
Oh, ya.
doesn't seem the least bit angry.
Gua ingat sesuatu kata-kata, teman-teman.
Still,
Ketika
Paimon
teman-teman
has met bitter
udah
riddles
ngedrop nih,
before.
energi negatif itu terlalu tinggi, kalau teman-teman pinter untuk membalikkan itu seketika, itu akan menjadi power yang sangat luar biasa, cuy. Hal yang positif ya. Jadi bisa sweet gitu, langsung sweet langsung balas dendam yang sangat baik gitu. Udah ngumpulin ini, cuy. Udah ngumpulin juga tuh 93 kan. Spiral habis udah gue jalanin. Gak tahu dapet apa enggak ya. Oh, dia ke monster, cuy.
Ah, you finally arrived. There's no time to spare, so we'll begin with our...
Wait, hold on. There's something we need to clear up first. Otherwise it'll keep bugging us.
So that's still on your mind, huh? Maybe you're the ones who can't let... Don't worry, there's a time and place for exacting vengeance. Besides, I'm not in the mood...
You need to be in the right...
I already have a long list of vengeance to exact. Even if I wanted to begin now, I'd have to start in the right order. Who knows how long it will be before I get...
Well, if you have so much to take care...
Absolutely not.
Oh, tidak bisa.
Stealing my targets, calling me a ruthless ruler, and suspecting my uncle. All worthy of vengeance in my eyes. But you needn't worry, at least not whilst we're investigating this matter. I'm sure you're familiar with the phrase, a man of moral integrity fears no slanderous attack.
Orang bermoral tidak pernah takut difitnah.
If Uncle Schubert didn't commit any wrongdoing, then any such investigation will prove fruitless. But if he did commit a wrongful act, then he should bear... I'm sure you understand. Good. Now, there are 2 key points that aristocrats attach great importance to. Let's begin with your manner of speech. Aristocrats have a very unique way of carrying conversation.
Oh, Paimon's already learned some unique conversation. Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Aku akan membalas.
Not even close.
Hey! Paimon learned it from you! And didn't you you don't respect the rules of your...
No, I've no need to trouble myself with such frivolous formalities. Here, for example, when greeting a friend, you could say, "As the morning dew greets the coming dawn, so do I greet you, my dear friend."
Ini kok ketularan visil? Ini ngapain ketularan visil anjir? Oh iya, visil juga bangsawan ya dia. Tapi dari planet Namek. Seperti embun pagi menyambut fajar yang akan datang. Begitu pula aku menyambutmu, wahai temanku yang terkasih. Woi bro. Iya kabare. Woi bro, ngopi cuk. Ngopi. Selamat pagi, ngopi cuk.
As the morning dew...
However, such a phrase may only be used during the morning hours. Also, the party with whom you're speaking must be of a morning dew is not uncommon, so it expresses that friendship should not be measured by value, yet also suggests that friendship between aristocrats is pure like water. Oh, no, no, no. You must be prudent with your words. Calling someone a good friend...
But didn't you just say my dear friend in your example?
Yes, I did. But you must know in the Lawrence family, dear friend is a set phrase that can only be used towards certain friends. It sounds much more pleasant to call an acquaintance a dear friend. So, another thing to remember. Aristocrats are concerned with face and being polite.
Gengsi ya. Dan sopan.
However, if you were to use dear friend to address an intimate friend, the recipient would think that you were deliberately trying to estrange them. This is only the first step in making a greeting. After addressing one another...
Wait. This is all too... perhaps it would be better if you...
Ah. Very
Ribet
well.
anjir.
Come with me.
Kayak visil anjir, ketularan visil ini.
May the god of Animo protect you.
Oh, you're EULA of the Lawrence clan.
You there, lowly laborer. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan.
Ini ngapain
I have words for
menghina,
you.
cu. Wahai kaummu pekerja rendahan.
Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility... what comes next? Oh, right. By solemnly kneeling to the ground with utmost sincerity.
Huh? I can't make heads or tails.
Hold on. What did they always... Whenever a dispute arises, protection of your family's prestige and dignity... Oh, got it. As a lowly commoner, you shall maintain absolute reverence when speaking with those under which you so graciously toil.
Is everyone from the Lawrence clan so strange? The days of the Lawrence clan's tyranny have long passed. I don't care what you're trying to do. Just beat it. Like I said, I don't care what you're doing. I have nothing to say to any member of the... And here's a word of advice. I wouldn't be caught dead walking too closely with any one of their like in my... If that's all, I'll be going. I'm afraid I won't be able to control myself if we talk any longer.
Hey! Don't leave! Halt! Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Gak jelas anjir.
Wow, the Lawrence name really does carry a
Never mind him. I could have predicted as much. Let's find someone...
Gak jelas. Oh jadi insecure sih, nggak jelas. Ding razor aja lah udah.
You there, lowly toiler. You stand in the presence of a member of... Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility. And... Huh? Why don't you respond? According to the custom, I must wait until you kneel right. I mustn't look at you too long, or I'll be drawing more attention to our difference in status. Oh dear, I've already stared at you for... Fine. You may spare yourself the formality of kneeling, as it may be a little inconvenient. I shall continue.
Hey, stop bothering me or else I might say something you wouldn't like to hear. Then again, I've got no words for anyone from the Lawrence clan.
Again? What's with this attitude?
Yes, I don't think his attitude will change. If I keep grandstanding like this, the outcome won't be good. Let's try to find someone else to talk to. I'll remember your unwillingness to comply. Mark my words, vengeance will be mine.
Aduh. Aduh, Cok. Lanjut bicara dengan warga lokal. Aneh but ya. Ini berhasil ya, semoga berhasil.
You there, lowly worker.
Yeah, I've already heard it all before. Look, just spare me the time. Our answer's always the same. We've got nothing to say to the likes of you. I mean, seriously, can't you just take a hint?
Please calm down. We don't want to cause any...
I know she's a knight of Favonius, and that the knights wouldn't misplace their trust, but the name Lawrence carries too much. Even to this very day, the descendants of the Lawrence clan are still scheming to reclaim Mons, and if that wasn't enough, here you are purposefully using their awkward way of speaking just to put on an act? Don't you care for the feelings of us ordinary folk?
You have a point, but mark my words, this transgression will not go unnoticed.
Huh? You want to fight? Listen here, I may be no match for you, but I'll be sure to lodge a complaint with the Knights of Favonius. I'm sorry, but I want her to understand that I'm serious. Listen here, if you don't want things to get more unpleasant, then you'd better...
Forget it. There's no point in quarreling any further.
Ribet ya.
It's alright. This happens quite often.
Paimon thinks we should apologize for asking you to demonstrate for us. We had no idea.
What can we do? The Lawrence name is already a dirty word among every household in Mondstadt. Even 3-year-olds know the story. I see this kind of attitude all the time. Don't worry. What with me being a knight of Favonius, they're usually willing to speak a few words with... Perhaps my aristocratic manner of speech provoked them today. Believe me, it's not a big...
So this is the way things are normally for you? There's no need for them to direct their anger at you.
That's the way things are. Perhaps it's just fate for those who have made mistakes. Accepting punishment is only fair, right? But when your family has committed atrocity, as memories are carried in the city break, at least I have a means of living a relatively normal...
Yeah! Why were you so...
Oh, that reminds me. That last person will... Let's leave it at that. But unfortunately, you probably didn't learn much from those...
No need! Besides, the Traveler's pretty sharp, and nothing gets in our way on an adventure. Paimon thinks... right? Right? We'll just have to roll with... Let's just keep EULA from getting...
Well then, I'm glad you learned something. You're already halfway toward master. A proper manner of speech is more aesthetic than anything else. It's but we must also practice. I have a very effective way of training for this.
Dragon Spine ngapain? Berarti minimal teman-teman harus membuka Dragon Spine ya. Biar bisa melanjutkan quest story ini cuy. Yo, let's go, let's go. Dia nggak kedinginan loh.
It's so cold.
If you wish to truly achieve the dignified conduct of an aristocrat, you must learn to remain composed and elegant even amidst harsh conditions. For example, you can see that part of the path up ahead is quite difficult to traverse, but a well-trained aristocrat would not only effortlessly proceed forward, but do so without a stain on their garment and their elegance fully.
Paimon thinks we've left the realm of aristocrats and entered the realm of adventure. Compared to what we've already seen, this should be a piece of cake. This is where...
You look pretty... All right, let's get started. Remember, you must be graceful and elegant. Don't get knocked.
Oke. Oh, tanpa terkena damage ya, siap. Sabar cuy. Kabur cuy. Ini ngapain sih kita? Selesaikan pelatihan. Oh, suruh menyelesaikan, siap. Ini apa ini? Oh gitu. Woi, anjir, kaget cuk. Bisa naik gak ini? Parah anjir. Ternyata itu mental ya. Kotor dah gua. Terus nggak ada jalan lagi. Mana jalannya cuk? Sabar, kita harus tenang ya, harus elegan, bener. Terus elegan, tenang cuy. Ya, kaget. Ye, kaget anjir gua, parah. Ih, cuk, kaget cuk. Oh, berguna ya ini silnya Diona ya. Jadi elegan bet ya. Oh, di sono. Sip.
Pew pew. Let's go.
Permisi,
I'm a rock.
Permisi. Oh, berhasil.
Not bad. A lot better than I had anticipated, at least.
Paimon almost didn't make it through.
Bukan hampir saja.
So, are we a Christian?
Don't flatter yourselves. This scenario was relatively simple. In the face of a real battle, one would seldom have a chance to stop and evaluate. There's a ley line monolith just up ahead that will attract nearby monsters. True elegance is the ability to calmly yet swiftly make decisions in the heat of battle.
Yeah.
My family set only the highest expectations for me, even as a child. Let's proceed.
Ini harus pakai jin cuy, tapi kita coba ya.
This is the ley line monolith. Go ahead, activate it. But be careful not to get launched into the air or frozen while fighting. That would be most unsightly.
Physical damage cuy kita cuy.
Keep back! Come to witness my great undertaking. Burst forth.
Scratch that.
Skill gue untuk gue bawa 2 ya. Dari
Well
Albedo
done.
sama
Your
Diona.
performance was most impressive, and you managed to remain calm even in these grueling dragon spine surroundings. I'm starting to wonder if even given such an outstanding performance, it seems there is little left for me to teach you.
Like Paimon said, adventuring is ours. So, that's it for our training, right? Then let's get...
Hold on. I was commending the traveler's performance just now. You, on the...
What? You mean Paimon was all...
Yes, of course. You were frantically flying and dashing about throughout the entire thing. Did you even listen to anything I was trying to teach you?
Yeah, that's it. It's...
Whatever the reason, not heeding my instructions. A cause for vengeance, perhaps. Now, drink this.
Apa ini?
Huh? What is it?
Certainly not. It's warm milk. Didn't you just say that you were freezing? Drink it and it'll help warm...
Oh, thank...
If I wasn't, then why would I care about you being cold? If you turned into a Paimon popsicle, that... So, dear friend, don't die on me out here.
Ah! Paimon knew something was off!
All in the name of vengeance. No need to thank me. Now then, given that your training is complete, it's time we return to Mondstadt. Our last step will be preparing a cordial gift to present to my uncle. I already have something in mind. Let's pay Sarah a visit at Good.
Oh, penuh cuy. Resin gue hampir penuh. Ini di situ. Halo Amber.
15, 16.
Wede.
That's a nice haul.
Oh, hey, EULA. I see you've met the honorary...
We meet again, Amber. Seems we're just bound to run.
Well, I just got back and was thinking about grabbing a bite at Good Hunter. But
Very well. It's been some time since we've... Come, take a seat. We can discuss my uncle... Yes? Is there something else? Could you please prepare a serving of my uncle's favorite, gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut? We'll take it as a gift to him later.
Coming right up. It'll take some time to prepare. I'll have it here at the counter once it's ready.
Hold on a moment. Is this satisfying salad also...
No, she didn't order it. But because she didn't order any vegetables, I thought I'd throw in a salad on the house. You know, to contrast all the...
So, we clearly didn't order this, yet you prepared it without authorization. Mark my words, this transgression will not go...
You're gonna take revenge on her for giving us a free...
You should know me by now. That's the kind of villainous character I am. Well then, please wait a moment while I get the dish for your uncle started.
Delicious unauthorized delicacies. Sarah will pay for this.
Why would you choose gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut as a gift for your uncle? Hyman's never...
This dish isn't actually on Good Hunter's menu. Only long-standing patrons such as my uncle would know about the dish. The old aristocrats seem to take a liking to it.
because of the sour flavor of the sauerkraut, not too many people are fond of it these days. I guess it's become less popular over time. EULA treated me to the dish once, and I couldn't even finish a bite. I've nicknamed it gebratenes Fleisch mit Vengeance ever since. Ugh.
I never expected us to have such completely different tastes in food. If I weren't in such a good mood, I'd say that constitutes grounds for transgression. Of course not. It's hard to find someone in Mondstadt that attracts contempt.
It's fine when you're just joking between us, but I'm afraid our honorary knight, EULA's always talking about vengeance, but that's just how she is. It's nothing you should take.
But I am serious, and I'll remember every transgression committed against me. Ugh, it's no wonder so many people...
Paimon's starting to realize that EULA is actually there's no need to be so awkward when you want to say something.
Listen, you've never been labeled as a social pariah.
What?
Yeah, benar.
Well...
So that's why you wouldn't understand how hard it is for a bad person to try to be good. It's impossible for me, and I have no intention of acting like a good person. All right, no need to look so sullen. I'm just kidding. Come on, let's eat.
Ooh, I'm stuffed. I'll see Sarah about the bill.
No need. I've left the mora under the plate. If you try to settle it with her in person, she won't accept payment for the salad.
Okay.
Don't underestimate my ability to exact revenge. Sarah won't get the upper hand this. All right. Next, you should pay my uncle a visit. He has a small camp at the top of the mountain near Springvale. He usually whiles his time away there when there's nothing.
Aren't you coming with us, Yun?
I'm afraid that wouldn't be very convenient for me. It'd be better. Ah, yes. Please do remember to pick up the...
I still have more recon to do in the wilderness. Well,
Let's meet again. What an
Oh, dia berbuat baik dengan caranya sendiri. Keren sih ini. Makanannya mana, Cuk?
Here, the gebratenes
Oh,
Fleisch mit
yeah, yeah.
Sauerkraut is ready to go. And by the way, don't worry too much when EULA says strange things.
Paimon's been meaning to ask. No one could stand the sight of EULA when she was... But she seemed to get along fine with you and Amber just now.
The people of Mondstadt don't take kindly to anyone bit. They are unable to see past her family. Therefore, they don't actually see EULA for herself. So no matter what EULA tries to do, it's seen as a wrongdoing. It essentially strips the meaning of anything she tries to accomplish.
How come you're able to see Yula differently then?
Well, when she joined the Knights of Favonius, it caused quite an uproar. Many people signed a petition demanding that the Knights reverse their decision. At the same time, numerous members of the Lawrence clan crowded the entrance of the Knights of Favonius headquarters.
Whoa! So both sides were unhappy.
That's right. So you can imagine how determined Eula must have been under such circumstances. But thanks to Grandmaster Varka and the unwavering attitudes of others in the Knights of Favonius, they were able to quell the unrest. In the eyes of the people, she's a stain on the Knights of Favonius. And in the eyes of the Lawrence clan, she's a disgrace, but she simply fulfills her duty as a knight, silently helping one person. People like Eula should be approached with care and understanding. She could stand to be treated a little more fairly. I believe a day will come when things will get better.
Once everything's settled, we should go talk to Eula again.
I'm glad. I think that would make her very happy. Take care.
Jangan lupa ambil makanannya, teman-teman. Mana tadi makanannya? Nah, ini dia. Sebuah ulah dikemas, cuy. Nggak bisa dilihat ya. Ya, di kemah, cuy. Jauh bet. Dari mana ya? Pew. Wow, keren ya.
The tent seems to be pretty tattered, but there's a really fancy chair.
Kursinya sangat mahal, anjir.
Could this be another aristocratic custom?
Ah, it's you again. I thought I had rid myself of you two. Magnanimous. Yes, indeed, that is true.
Minta dipuji.
Very well. I'm certainly not one to be narrow-minded. I'll overlook your previous misconduct for now and listen.
Wow, this guy thinks so highly of himself.
Ah, a kindred spirit, I see. Yes, we must resist the blundering knights of Favonius. You are impressive. My intentions were to test your humility. It appears you have become well-versed.
Oh, so he was testing us. Sheesh.
Your conduct is satisfactory. I must say, such progress in such a short time is If I may ask, from whence did you learn such a civilized manner of speech? Ah, good. Very good. You are bright, and compared with the common folk of Mondstadt, you certainly have potential.
By the way, we brought a gift. Paimon means we would like to
Could this be?
Whoa.
It's evident that your sentiment is genuine. As a young person nowadays, only with no small effort, it's been so long since I dug into a big, tasty... I beg your pardon. What I mean...
Bacot lu lapar aja. Boceh banget.
Ah, yes. This aroma. Just as I remember it.
Now even Paimon's starting to wonder what it takes.
I acknowledge your genuine goodwill. Such sincerity must certainly imply that you come bearing a request. Wait, so you've come to know of this, too? It was meant to be a family secret. Well, considering your meticulous etiquette, you must be a talent of... Please, come with me. We happen to be in need of competent fellows like yourself to see some friends from a distant land. They have offered their assistance.
So he trusts us solely based on your etiquette.
Well then, let's get going.
Oke. Kita menyusup, cuy.
Do you think his friends are the Fatui?
Wih,
Things will get sticky if the
duduk dulu
Fatui
cuk.
happen to
Duduk tikus si
recognize
mahal
you.
cuk.
What should we do?
Wih deh, slur. Wih deh. Dah. Amati bi. OTW cuy. Teleport aja ya, males jalan. Bangsawan cuy. Pak. Keren sih. Oh, cewek gue apa ini? Oh, diserang. Oke, pemanah bangsawan. Gila.
Life goes on.
Mana cuk? Di atas ya? Oh iya, di atas. Tapi ada musuh cuy.
Live!
I'm a rock.
Masa gue harus berubah sih ngelawan curut kayak gini? Oh, di bawah sih? Ada domain. Elemen hydro. Oke, kita pakai Mona.
This is how it must be.
Pinjem dulu ya. Siapa tahu ada sesuatu yang harus dikasih hydro. Pengen banget lagi EULA cuy. Masa harus pasrah kita? Nunggu ya, penukaran ya.
Huh? Why have you put on a mask all of a sudden? Even if they are powerful, our status is much higher than theirs in the land, and therefore we shouldn't allow them to admire our true faces so easily.
Good thinking. Paimon thought for sure they'd recognize us.
Let's proceed, shall we? I'll introduce you as my...
Dia pakai topeng nggak?
As you'll see in a moment, there are many already helping us. I heard that this area had already been purged once by the Knights of Favonius, but it's the only place around Mondstadt that is well concealed and spacious enough. Although it has fallen into disrepair and does not suit the tastes of the nobility, we simply have to make do for now.
Kayaknya ini abis herlat sih.
Sorry, can we walk any faster?
Of course not. An aristocrat always moves with grace in his steps. Moving hurriedly is unacceptable.
As expected, it's the Fatui!
As expected?
Because we always see them around the city. They must be very powerful.
Huh. Nothing more than foreign ruffians with power and the ability to flaunt it. But they are favorable business partners.
Hold it right there! Who's this?
If you really must know, they're my guests. If you happen to offend them in even the slightest, then you will...
But this matter is of utmost secrecy. We must exercise caution.
You dare question the ways of a nobleman? I don't have time.
No need to sound all high and mighty like that. Fine. You may proceed.
Dia main-main cuy sama bangsawan ya. Nah, gua lo.
They don't dare to question you.
Of course. That is the benefit of prestige. In past times, it would be a dire offense to speak to a nobleman in such a manner. We could determine a person's fate with the blink of an eye. And such glory will return to me again before long.
Apa adiknya traveler ya?
Have I seen this person before? And who, may I ask, is this? We mustn't bring just anyone in here.
This is our new ally that I've recently met. They are completely trustworthy.
Our plans are strictly confidential. It's not wise to bring in an outsider at this time. Furthermore, there's been word that an outlander who joined the Knights of Favonia...
Don't be ridiculous. Besides, my guest is well versed in the etiquette of the Knights of Favonius. Pay no regard to such...
And what about this?
You mean Paimon?
Enough! You dare question my word? Need I remind you who it is who has made your activity in Mondstadt? Without the support of the Lawrence clan, you would have all been driven... You must immediately offer your sincerest apologies to my friend. You've
Fine. I'll take your word and make note. Now, to the matter at hand.
Serem anjir.
Did you bring the diagram of Mondstadt's defenses as promised?
Oh, so that's what's going on.
Yes, of course. Here it is.
Oh, ini menyusut dari dalam cuy dia.
Let me see. Why is it so poorly drawn? Everything's...
Excuse me? I'll have you know that I went to great... That shape is the...
I see. Crude, but I can make...
Of course, you needn't worry about that. Don't forget what we agreed upon. The flag of the Lawrence clan will fly above the night. The rights to that building, as well as the whole of Mondstadt, belong to the Lawrence.
Yes, we will both profit from this agreement. There's no use haggling over the deed. We will make good use of the intel you provided. Also, be certain not to divulge our identity. There would be diplomatic consequences.
Don't worry, this matter is only between you and I. And my new friend here. Once this is over, I shall stand atop the Favonius headquarters and rebuke their pathetic rule over Mondstadt.
Serem ya anjir. Ngancemnya gitu loh.
Perfect. Just as it once was, and just...
May I remind you once again that we mustn't act rashly.
Very well.
Huh? What are you doing?
That's right! It's the honorary knight and their trusty companion Paimon! We're here to crush your evil schemes into dust!
So this was all just a ploy to
It's your own fault! Who would put so much trust in someone
After so much planning, this is how it ends? Huh? We'll see about that!
Ini ngapain sih kita? Malah dibongkar gitu loh. Kita belum ke sono cuy.
Just as I expected. I knew I should have never trusted thee. No matter. We already have the intel we need.
They're running off in different directions. Paimon remembers that this place is a dead end. Let's take care of the Fatui first and then deal with Chubert later.
Yes. This is it.
Gue di belakang anjir. Apa itu ya? Kok jatuh sih anjir? Kampret. Nah, gue nggak bawa itu ya. Gue nggak bawa Diona, lupa anjir. Loh, kesono anjir, salah kita.
Guys.
EULA di sini juga.
Don't touch me! Get out of my way!
It seems we finally caught up with you. This place is crawling with Fatu. Oh, it's you. It seems your investigation went well.
Aha! I see now. So you're the one that taught them our etiquette. And I thought you despise. Furthermore, there is a rule in our family. Such traditions are never to be taught to outside.
Ah, yes. Rings a bell. So what? I had no reason not to teach.
You have brought shame to our family and ruined my plan.
I know that you poured great efforts into these plans, Uncle. But you were well aware that it was not the right thing to do. As a Knight of Favonius, I could—
Knight of Favonius? Let's get one thing straight. I am your uncle, and you still have a chance. Defeat every Knight of Favonius here, and leave. Then I shall plead with the family to spare you and give you a new beginning.
So just to be clear, you want a Knight of Favonius to attack the Knight—
I shall say this one last time. You are not a Knight of Favonius. The blood of the Lawrence clan flows in your veins. You must—
Since when have I ever complied with the will of the family?
Why, you unruly maid!
If anyone should be angry, it should be me. As a member of the Lawrence clan, you knowingly Had you ever stopped to consider the trouble it would bring to so many people? Had you considered how many enemies you would make, trying to keep
You dare lecture?
That's right. In the name of the family that you so dearly revere, Uncle Schubert. I've never experienced the age of glory you always speak of. And I've never understood our family's incessant pursuit of it. But I am capable of discerning right from wrong. And I deeply understand what freedom means to the people of Mondstadt. The Lawrence clan should never and will never become what you've dreamed.
Oh, the disgrace of it all! How could such a rebellious monster—
Things are starting to get pretty hysterical here. Politeness—
That's enough fuss for today. You two, take him away. The honorary knight and I— Given that you've already taken action, I assume you've come across some conclusive evidence?
Paimon took a peek at their diagram. Your uncle had mapped out all of the Knight's patrol routes.
And there was me thinking that he was just another elder of the family. And a lazy one at that. I never suspected. Let's discuss this later. Our first—
Kacau ini. Obito 2. Oke, kita maju lagi, cuy. Ulu. Kita pakai ulu lah, cuy. Wih, masuk baiko. Akhirnya, cuy. Alah, kita pakai darah bangsawan. Wede. Gak kerasa sih. Bodoh amat. Oh, dia dimatiin ya? Besetet. Nyobain dulu. Kasih cakar. Biar hit. Udah, kalah sama Razor, cuk.
Crush.
Lah, kalah sama Razor gua, cuk. Sama aja.
Shudder. Beg for mercy.
Loh.
We've only just begun.
Crush.
You can't run. Well,
Shudder.
miscalculated.
Eye for an eye.
23 cuy kalau ditahan.
Rack and ruin.
Oh, kelebihannya itu cuy. Kalau ditahan ya. Oke, ini kita matiin dulu.
Shadows of fate.
Coming to be.
I condemn you.
Stay right there.
Rack and ruin.
As quickly.
Nah, penuh lagi cuy. Lupa ini.
Burst forth.
Decided by destiny. Blood of frost. Beg for mercy. Crush.
Gila, mantep.
More speed.
Anjir, idaman banget cuy.
More speed.
Harus ditahan ya teman-teman. Skillnya ditahan nih. Kalau gua tahan ya.
I condemn you.
Idaman becok. Mana nih?
More speed.
Yuk ke atas yuk.
Shudder.
Lah. Oh, turun lagi. Anjir kece ini cuk, idaman bet.
That's where they put the diagram.
Kayaknya abis herlat sih.
This here, huh?
Oh,
I
bukan.
guess there's no other option but to fight.
Kampret. Ah, Mona.
Let me scry.
Faster. Okay.
Nih, gua tahan ya.
Rack and ruin.
You dare provoke me! Fatui, come forth and dispose of them!
Ini sama Idiona udah kece
I
banget sih.
condemn you.
Satu Dari.
Eye for an eye.
Loh, hilang cuk.
Rack and ruin.
Aku minta di
First, feel this ancient power.
Wheel of life.
Eye for an eye. This must be it. They may very well have already made a copy of it. But without my uncle as their puppet, there'd be no use in them attacking the city.
The Fatui wouldn't have relied only on your uncle.
True. But if their plan had hinged purely on taking Mondstadt by force, the Fatui are dishonest, but they wouldn't go as far as to start an open war. Their opposition wouldn't just be Mondstadt alone. Anyway, I'll inform the acting Grandmaster. She'll know how to handle things.
Oh yeah, you suddenly
Yeah, about that. Because you stole my targets by attacking the Fatui, I came to exact my vengeance. You tried to do my job for me, and I'm here to return the favor.
Finally, in reality, you sensed that something you were worried about us and your uncle. So
My purpose was vengeance. Don't twist the story. You don't look too bright, but it turns out you haven't. And mark my words, I'll remember.
hey, what do you mean by
You have seeded a deep enmity between us. Even if you were to be completely destroyed, I would never forget you.
bring it on?
I like your fighting spirit. I'll take this diagram back.
Sure.
That you will. And make sure not to steal my targets next.
Oh, terselai cuy. Thank you. Udah lama gak buka peti cuy. Loh, bersambung. Seru. Bersambung ya teman-teman. Oke, nggak ada lagi kan? Ini apa?
Life goes on.
Oh, domain kosong. Oke, thank you. Kita keluar cuy. Mantap. Bangsawannya keren cuk, serius. Harus dapet sih ini cuy. Karena gue pecinta metafisikal cuy. Jadi gue gabungin kalau dapet ya EULA, Visil, terus udah itu aja udah bisa ngorak-ngarik cuy. Oke, story-nya selesai ya teman-teman. Oke, masih kurang banyak. Oke, sekian aja teman-teman untuk video kali ini tentang Story EULA ya teman-teman. Jangan lupa di like, subscribe, dan share. Gue Riza Purnama, sampai jumpa di video selanjutnya. See you, goodbye.